What up? It's your boy Storm back again with another video. And in today's video, I'm gonna talk about a not so positive trait of mine. I feel my number one least positive trait, and that is procrastination, right? Doing things at the last minute, always waiting to the last possible moment to do what needs to be done. Now, why am I making this video? Well, partially as an admission to myself and as an acceptance of this negative trait, right? Because we cannot change what we do not first accept about ourselves. Out of humility, knowing that I'm not perfect, no one is. And just to maybe give other people the courage to look at themselves and really ask, like, where do I personally fall short? So let's talk about procrastination. Let's talk about waiting till the last minute to do things that you know need to get done, things that you could have done a month ago, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, but you waited until the last possible moment to do it. Now, why do I personally do this? I believe it stems from childhood. I believe it stems from like the feeling of being the underdog. Like for me, growing up in middle school especially, I was never really accepted by the other kids. I went to a majoritively white school, and my grades were above average compared to other students, and the black community didn't accept me because I was pretending to be white or trying to be white, and the white kids didn't really accept me because I was black, and part of me also believes that a black person who is intelligent or more intelligent than you, if you're a white person who hasn't experienced that, that's probably something that would make you feel a little bit uncomfortable about yourself. So best to make fun of that black kid and call him an Oreo. And yeah, so growing up, I wasn't really accepted by any particular group. And I guess as a result of that, I took all of the times that people called me Oreo or said, oh, you're just trying to be this, you're trying to be that. I took that as like okay, bet, like, okay, cool. The pressure's now on for me to prove to you that what I'm doing is righteous. What I'm doing, there's nothing wrong with what I'm doing. I'm just working hard and being a good student. So I used that anger of being bullied and transmuted it into hard work. And I felt like an underdog. I felt like I wasn't accepted by anyone, wasn't respected by anyone. So I had to go out of my way to prove people wrong. Fast forward to the end of high school, I did end up doing very well with college acceptances, getting into Ivy League schools, getting into very top tier universities. And while I didn't finish college because I didn't really have any goals past proving everyone wrong, it was like once I got to school, I didn't really have another goal past that. But I will say that the doubt that I felt from others pushed me to go harder. So I think what happened was that translated to me purposefully procrastinating to add pressure, to put my back against the wall so that I had to perform. Taking away the option of not performing by waiting to the point where you have to perform. Taking away the option of not doing well by just waiting to the last possible moment so that you have to do well. I guess I always really resonated with being the underdog. Even as a kid, growing up shorter than other people who I would participate in athletics with, I would always want to go up against the taller basketball players. I would always want to go up against the bigger kids in sports because I had something to prove to not only to them, but more so to myself. And I think the added pressure, it helped me dig deeper. It helped me dig deeper and find that next gear and really achieve greatness that, I probably wouldn't have achieved if everyone was on my side, if everyone was cheering me on, so to speak. So I think this is the main reason why I personally enjoy procrastinating, because that feeling of pressure is very nostalgic to me. The feeling of people doubting you because you still haven't done A, B, C is like it's like a high. It's like a drug to have doubters and then to perform anyway, and then to have people say, "Oh shit, well I guess I wasn't right about that person." That feeling for me is a rush. So I think that's why I personally procrastinate. Now, is that necessarily a good thing? I wouldn't say so. Is it necessarily a bad thing? I also wouldn't say so, because at the end of the day, if you perform, then you perform. I will say I probably could get a lot more done if I didn't procrastinate so much on each individual task. And I think over time I'll find a better way to manufacture a sense of pressure without having to wait to do so. But I have not really found a way to do that yet. Maybe it comes down to me just setting more goals more often, setting shorter time constraints for myself to hit those goals. But only time will tell. For now, all I know is that is my biggest negative trait, is that I love to procrastinate. But until next time, this has been Storm. Peace.